Kyoto, Japan. A young samurai collapsed in the dirt, not from injury, not from hunger, but from something harder to explain. Exhaustion. Not the kind sleep could fix. Not the kind food could solve. This was heavier. Tishi had trained harder than anyone in the dojo. He slept less, pushed more, endured pain without complaint. Yet every morning he woke up tired. By midday, his body felt hollow. By night, his spirit felt empty. He didn't understand it. Across Japan, another man lived a very different life. Miyamoto Musashi, the most feared swordsman of his era. Over 60 life-or-death duels, relentless training, endless travel, painting, writing, philosophy, meditation. And yet no burnout, no collapse, no exhaustion. Musashi never slowed down. The question that haunted warriors for generations was simple. How? The lie about energy. Most people believe energy comes from rest. Sleep more, work less, take breaks, recharge. But Tishi rested and still felt drained. Master Yamamoto, his teacher, watched him carefully. One evening after training, Yamamoto approached him. "Walk with me." They moved into the garden behind the dojo as the sun fell low. "You are tired," Yamamoto said calmly, "but not because your body is weak." Tishi looked up, confused. "Then why?" Yamamoto stopped walking. "Because your spirit is heavy. The hidden weight no one talks about." Tishi didn't understand. "I train harder than anyone." Yamamoto picked up a small stone and placed it in Tishi's hand. "Every time you train to be seen, stone. Every time you compare yourself, stone. Every time you seek approval, stone. Every time you try to prove your worth, stone." In Tishi's mind, the stones kept stacking. "You are not tired from effort," Yamamoto said. "You are tired from carrying weight that serves no purpose." The words landed like a strike to the chest. Why hard work can still drain you. Tishi realized something painful. Every action he took had a second layer. Training but also performing. Practicing but also comparing. Improving but also worrying who noticed. His mind was split. One part acted. The other watched itself acting. That split was exhausting him. Musashi's secret. Yamamoto spoke again. Miyamoto Musashi fought not to prove himself, but to understand himself. Musashi walked a straight path. No audience, no validation, no comparison. He asked one question of everything in his life. Is this useful to my path? If not, he removed it. Not someday. Not slowly. Immediately. That was his secret. Why modern people are always tired. Yamamoto looked directly at Tishi. You run in circles. Musashi walked straight. Running in circles looks busy. It feels productive, but it drains the spirit. Walking straight conserves energy. The first awakening. That night, Tishi couldn't sleep. He realized he had been tired his entire life. At school, trying to impress. In friendships, trying to be liked. In training, trying to be seen. Nothing he did was clean. Everything was weighted. The next morning, Yamamoto announced, "You will not learn sword technique for 1 year." Tishi froze. "You will learn Musashi's true method." "What method?" Tishi asked. Yamamoto smiled. "The method of removing stones. You are not tired because you do too much. You are tired because you carry too much that doesn't belong to you." Now, we'll uncover the first law of Musashi's energy method. Why carrying less, not pushing harder, is the beginning of inexhaustible strength. At dawn, Tishi stood in the courtyard waiting. No sword, no drills, no instructions. Only Master Yamamoto, seated calmly, watching the mist lift from the ground. Tishi shifted his weight, restless. "When do we train?" he asked. Yamamoto didn't look up. "We already are." Why Musashi never started with effort. Most warriors are taught the same thing. Push harder, wake earlier, train longer, endure more. Musashi rejected this. He believed effort applied to a cluttered mind only creates deeper exhaustion. Before sharpening the blade, he cleared the sheath. Before increasing strength, he reduced waste. Yamamoto finally spoke. "Energy is not created by adding force," he said. "It is revealed by removing resistance." The 3 hidden energy leaks. Yamamoto drew 3 lines in the dirt. Musashi taught that energy leaks in 3 places. Tishi leaned closer. First, mental noise. Unfinished thoughts. Internal arguments. Imagined conversations. Endless planning without action. Your body rests, but your mind never stops walking. This drains more energy than training ever could. Second, divided intention. Yamamoto erased the second line slowly. When you do one thing while thinking of another, your spirit splits. Training while thinking of results. Working while worrying about judgment. Resting while feeling guilty. Nothing is fully done. Everything costs double. Third, emotional friction. Resentment. Comparison. Unspoken frustration. The need to be seen. These emotions tighten the body. They make breathing shallow, movement stiff, focus narrow. Musashi avoided emotional friction fiercely. Not by suppressing emotion, but by refusing unnecessary attachment. Why most rest doesn't work. Tishi finally understood something. He slept but woke tired. He rested but felt heavy. Because rest does not repair. What tension keeps breaking? Yamamoto said quietly. You rest a tense mind. It stays tense. Musashi rested differently. He rested with clarity. Musashi's daily clearing. Musashi ended every day the same way. Not with relaxation, but with removal. What thoughts were useless today? What actions were performed for approval? What worries served no purpose? He cut them. No ceremony. No guilt. Just removal. This is why his energy returned each morning. He did not wake up already burdened. Tishi's first discipline. Yamamoto gave Tishi a simple rule. For the next 30 days, you will remove one thing per day. Not tasks, weights, one comparison, one unnecessary worry, one obligation rooted in guilt, one habit done for image, not purpose. Tishi hesitated. What if I remove the wrong thing? Yamamoto smiled. You are already carrying the wrong things. Why removal feels uncomfortable. Removing weights feels dangerous. Without busyness, you feel exposed. Without validation, you feel invisible. Without noise, you hear yourself clearly. Most people run from this moment. Musashi walked into it. Because clarity returns energy faster than comfort ever could. The first shift Tishi felt. By the 7th day, something strange happened. Tishi was still training lightly, but he felt lighter. Breathing deepened. Movement smoothed. Thoughts slowed. He wasn't stronger. He was less divided. And that saved energy. before you try to gain more energy. Remove what is silently draining it. Pushing harder on a cluttered mind creates burnout. Clearing the mind reveals strength that was already there. Next in the video, we'll uncover Musashi's second law of energy. Why single-minded focus restores power instantly, and how doing less fully makes you unstoppable. On the 10th morning, Yamamoto placed a single wooden sword on the ground. Only one. No backup. No drills. No repetitions. Tishi waited for instructions. Yamamoto spoke softly. Today you will strike once. Tishi blinked. Once. Yamamoto nodded. One strike, but it must contain your whole spirit. Why doing more was never Musashi's way. Most warriors train through repetition. Strike again. Correct mistakes. Add volume. Musashi did the opposite. He believed weakness came not from lack of effort, but from scattered attention. When attention is divided, energy leaks. When attention is unified, energy concentrates. Musashi trained the mind first, then let the body follow. The cost of split focus. Yamamoto asked Tishi to demonstrate. Tishi raised the wooden sword and struck quickly. Yamamoto stopped him. You were thinking of speed. Tishi tried again, slower. You were thinking of form. A third time. You were thinking of approval. Each time, Yamamoto shook his head. You are everywhere, he said, and nowheres. Musashi's principle of full presence. Musashi believed power came from being completely inside the moment. No future result. No past mistake. No observer in the mind. Just action. When Musashi fought, he did not think of winning. He did not think of death. He did not think of reputation. He simply moved. That simplicity conserved enormous energy. Why multitasking drains the spirit. Modern people believe multitasking is efficiency. Musashi would call it waste. When you do many things at once, your mind switches constantly. Your nervous system stays tense. Your energy spreads thin. Nothing receives full force. This creates the feeling of constant tiredness. Not because you do too much, but because nothing is done completely. The discipline of one thing. Yamamoto gave Tishi a rule. When you train, only train. When you eat, only eat. When you rest, only rest. No mental overlap. No background noise. At first, this felt strange. Tishi noticed how often his mind wandered. How rarely he was truly present. How exhausting distraction had become. Musashi's silent advantage. Musashi traveled constantly, fought duels, painted, wrote philosophy, yet he never appeared rushed, because he was never mentally divided. He did not plan 10 steps ahead while walking. He did not replay the past while training. He did not imagine outcomes while acting. He stayed where his feet were. This conserved more energy than any technique. The first true strike. After hours of silence, Yamamoto spoke again. Now strike. Tishi raised the sword. No rush. No thought. Just breath and movement. The strike was clean. Yamamoto nodded. That, he said, cost almost no energy. Tishi felt it. No tension. No exhaustion. Just clarity. Why focus restores energy instantly. When attention unifies, muscles relax, breath deepens, movements become efficient, thought quiets, energy stops leaking. This is why Musashi seemed tireless. He was never fighting himself. A simple Musashi practice. Choose one activity today. Give it full attention. No phone. No background noise. No mental commentary. When the mind wanders, bring it back gently. Notice how much energy returns. The shift Tishi experienced. By the end of the day, Tishi had trained less, but felt stronger. He had done fewer strikes, but felt clearer. For the first time, he understood Musashi's second law. Energy is restored when your mind and action become one. Distraction divides power. Presence concentrates it. Now we'll reveal Musashi's third law of energy. Why emotional resistance drains you faster than physical effort. And how letting go restores strength immediately. On the 12th day, rain fell without warning. Cold, heavy, relentless. Tishi arrived at the courtyard soaked, irritated, already tired. He expected training to be canceled. It was. Yamamoto stood beneath the open sky, unmoving. "You look exhausted," Yamamoto said. "I barely slept," Tishi replied. "The rain." Yamamoto raised his hand. "The rain is not the reason you are tired. The energy cost of resistance." Yamamoto stepped into the rain. "Stand here," he said. Tishi hesitated, then followed. Within moments, discomfort crept in. Cold tightened the muscles. Annoyance rose. The mind complained. Yamamoto watched him closely. "You are fighting reality," he said. "And resistance consumes more energy than effort ever will." This was Musashi's third law. Why fighting reality drains you. Most exhaustion is emotional, not physical. You resist what already exists. You wish the weather were different. You wish people behaved differently. You wish circumstances aligned with preference. Each wish creates tension. Musashi understood this clearly. Reality does not respond to resistance. It only waits. And while it waits, you burn energy fighting shadows. Musashi's relationship with adversity. Musashi fought duels on uneven ground. In bad weather. Against unexpected tactics. He did not complain internally. He adapted, not because he was emotionless, but because emotional resistance was waste. Yamamoto said quietly. Musashi accepted conditions instantly. His strength was not bravery. It was efficiency. The body mirrors the mind. Yamamoto pointed to Tishi's shoulders. "They are tight," he said. Tishi nodded. "You are resisting the rain," Yamamoto continued. "So your body resists too. Resistance shortens breath, hardens muscles, sharpens irritation. This drains energy rapidly. Acceptance relaxes the system. Not passivity. Cooperation with reality. Acceptance is not surrender." Tishi misunderstood at first. "So we give up?" he asked. Yamamoto shook his head. "No, we stop wasting energy wishing reality were different. Acceptance is the starting position. From there, action becomes clean." Musashi accepted conditions, then moved decisively within them. The moment Tishi let go, standing in the rain, Tishi stopped fighting the feeling. He stopped wishing it would end. He simply stood. Breathing slowed. Muscles softened. Annoyance faded. The rain continued, but the exhaustion eased. Yamamoto nodded. "You have stopped leaking energy. Why emotional friction exhausts you. Every emotion that resists reality adds friction, resentment, frustration, self-pity, blame. These emotions are not wrong, but clinging to them is costly. Musashi allowed emotions to pass. Without gripping them, he did not argue with what had already happened. A simple Musashi practice. When discomfort appears, ask, "Am I fighting what already exists?" If yes, release the argument. Say internally, "This is happening." Then act from that truth. This restores energy immediately. Tishi's realization. That evening, Tishi felt tired, but not drained. The difference was clear. Effort tired the body. Resistance drained the spirit. He had been exhausting himself by arguing with life. Energy is lost when you resist reality. Energy returns when you move with it. Acceptance is not weakness. It is the removal of internal friction. On the 15th day, Tishi arrived early. Too early. The courtyard was still dark, the air cold and quiet. No bell had rung. No instruction had been given. Yet Tishi was there waiting. Yamamoto watched from the shadows. "You came without being called," he said. Tishi nodded. "I felt ready today." Yamamoto stepped forward slowly. "That feeling," he said, "is unreliable." Why Musashi never chased motivation. Most people wait to feel ready. Motivated, inspired, energized. Musashi did not. He believed motivation was unstable. A visitor that arrived and left without warning. Those who depend on it live inconsistently. Yamamoto spoke clearly. Musashi did not ask, "Do I feel like training today?" He asked, "What does the rhythm require?" The difference between effort and rhythm. Effort is emotional. It surges. It collapses. It depends on mood. Rhythm is mechanical. It moves forward regardless of feeling. Musashi built his life on rhythm. Wake, train, eat simply, walk, reflect, sleep, not because it felt good, but because it conserved energy. Why motivation drains you. Motivation demands intensity. When you feel it, you push hard. When it fades, you crash. This creates cycles of burnout. Yamamoto explained, "Every emotional surge costs energy. Every emotional drop costs recovery." Musashi avoided both. He lived without peaks and without crashes. The power of predictability. Musashi's days were not exciting. They were predictable. Predictability removes decision-making. No debating. No bargaining. No internal resistance. The body relaxes when it knows what comes next. Energy stabilizes. This is why Musashi could endure what others could not. Tishi learns the hard way. Yamamoto tested Tishi. "For the next 10 days, he said, you will train at the same time every day, whether you feel strong or weak." On day 3, Tishi felt tired. On day 5, restless. On day 7, bored. But he trained anyway. Without intensity. Without force. Just rhythm. Something unexpected happens. By day 9, Tishi noticed something strange. He felt steady, not excited, not drained, just present. His energy no longer surged and collapsed. It flowed. Yamamoto nodded. "You have stopped riding emotion," he said. "You are now carried by structure." Why rhythm frees the mind. When rhythm is fixed, the mind stops negotiating. No inner arguments. No resistance. This frees attention. Musashi believed. A calm mind preserved strength. Better than any technique. A simple Musashi practice. Choose a small rhythm. Wake time. Training time. Walking time. Do it daily, regardless of mood. Do not push harder on good days. Do not quit on bad days. Let rhythm carry you. Tishi's shift in understanding. Tishi realized his exhaustion had come from emotional living. High-effort days, low-energy days, constant fluctuation. Rhythm removed this instability. He wasn't stronger yet, but he was no longer leaking energy. Motivation is unreliable. Rhythm is inexhaustible. When action becomes mechanical, energy stabilizes. Now we'll uncover Musashi's fifth law of energy. Why attachment to outcomes drains you, and how acting without expectation creates effortless endurance. On the 20th day, Yamamoto gave Tishi a task. "You will strike the target," he said, pointing to a worn wooden post. No stance correction. No feedback. No second attempt. Tishi nodded, feeling pressure rise. "What if I miss?" he asked. Yamamoto looked at him calmly. "Then you will see where your energy truly goes." Why expectation drains strength. Tishi raised the sword. His mind raced. "Hit cleanly. Don't embarrass yourself. Do it right this time." His shoulders tightened. Breath shortened. The strike landed. Off-center. Tishi exhaled sharply, frustrated. Yamamoto spoke immediately. "You lost energy before the strike even landed." The hidden cost of attachment. Most people believe exhaustion comes after failure. Musashi knew it begins before action. The moment you attach to outcome, muscles tense, breath becomes shallow, attention narrows, fear enters the body. Energy is burned on anticipation, not action. Musashi acted without demanding a result. This preserved strength. Why Musashi rarely looked ahead. Musashi planned strategy, but released expectation. He entered each duel, prepared to act fully, without needing victory to confirm his worth. This is why he remained calm, even in uncertainty. Yamamoto said quietly, "Expectation steals presence. Presence restores energy." Tishi tries again. Yamamoto allowed another strike. "This time," he said, "do not care where it lands." Tishi hesitated. "How can I not care?" Yamamoto replied, "Care about the movement. Release the result." Tishi inhaled. No future. No judgment. Just the strike. It landed cleanly. And strangely, it felt effortless. Why letting go improves performance. When outcome disappears, tension releases, movement flows, timing improves, energy is conserved. Musashi believed attachment distorted technique. Detachment refined it. This was not indifference. It was clarity. How outcome attachment shows up in life. Yamamoto expanded the lesson. You attach to praise. You attach to success. You attach to being right. Each attachment costs energy. You replay conversations. You worry about results. You imagine failure. Your body reacts, as if the event is happening now. Musashi avoided this by acting, then releasing. The calm after action. Musashi did not celebrate excessively, nor did he brood. Action ended, so did emotional investment. This prevented energy loss. After the moment passed, Tishi realized how much time he spent mentally, reliving moments already gone. A simple Musashi practice. Before any task, say, "My duty is the action, not the result." After the task, say, "It is finished." Then move on. This closes the energy loop. The shift Tishi felt. That evening, Tishi noticed something new. He trained, he walked, he ate, and his mind stayed quiet. No replay, no anticipation. Energy remained. Why this law changes everything. Most fatigue comes from living in outcomes instead of actions. Release outcomes, and the present becomes light. Musashi lived this way. That is why his strength never seemed to fade. Energy drains when you cling to outcomes. Energy flows when you commit to action and release the rest. Next, we'll uncover Musashi's 6th law of energy. Why protecting your inner stillness is more important than physical rest, and how silence restores strength faster than sleep. On the 25th day, Yamamoto said nothing. No lesson, no instruction, no correction. He simply sat beneath the pine tree behind the dojo. Tishi stood nearby, uncertain. Minutes passed, then hours. Finally, Tishi spoke. "Are we training today?" Yamamoto opened his eyes. This is the training. Why rest alone never restores energy. Most people believe exhaustion comes from activity. Musashi knew better. He believed exhaustion came from inner noise, endless thinking, emotional turbulence, mental replay. You can sleep 8 hours and still wake up tired if the mind never rests. Yamamoto said quietly, "A noisy mind does not recover." Musashi's relationship with silence. Musashi spent long periods alone. Not scrolling, not planning, not entertaining himself. He sat, walked, observed. Silence was not emptiness to him. It was repair, where modern people stimulate the mind to relax. Musashi removed stimulation entirely. Why stillness feels uncomfortable. Tishi struggled. Standing still, his mind grew louder. Thoughts rushed in. Doubts, plans, worries. He felt restless. Yamamoto watched. "You avoid stillness," he said, "because you have not learned to stay with yourself. Stillness reveals what distraction hides. That is why most people avoid it. Protecting stillness is a discipline." Musashi treated inner stillness like a strategic position. He guarded it fiercely. He avoided unnecessary arguments, useless conversations, pointless debates, not because he feared conflict, but because noise drained strength. Yamamoto explained, "Not everything deserves your reaction." Why mental noise is the fastest energy drain. Each emotional reaction triggers the body. Heart rate changes, muscles tighten, breathing shortens. This happens even when nothing physical occurs. Arguing internally costs energy, as surely as physical labor. Musashi reduced reactions to preserve strength. Tishi learns to sit. Yamamoto gave Tishi a final instruction. Sit each day. Do nothing. Observe. At first, Tishi hated it. By day 3, his thoughts slowed. By day 6, silence became familiar. By day 10, he felt rested, without sleeping more. Why silence restores faster than sleep. Sleep restores the body. Stillness restores the spirit. Without mental activity, energy stops leaking. Musashi understood this deeply. He protected quiet time, even during campaigns, because without inner stillness, no amount of rest was enough. A simple Musashi practice. Every day create silence. 5 minutes. No phone. No music. No thinking on purpose. Just sit. When thoughts arise, do not follow them. Return to breath. This is not meditation for peace. It is maintenance. The shift Tishi experienced. Tishi noticed something profound. His energy no longer disappeared unexpectedly. He trained, he walked, he worked, and still felt steady. The tiredness that once haunted him had faded, not through rest, through stillness. Energy is preserved. When inner stillness is protected, a quiet mind recovers faster than a sleeping body. On the final day of training, Yamamoto led Tishi beyond the dojo. Past the fields, past the river, into a quiet clearing. They sat without speaking. Tishi felt different now. Not excited, not drained, balanced. The final lesson. Yamamoto broke the silence. Miyamoto Musashi was not tireless because he was strong, he said. He was tireless because he wasted nothing. Tishi listened. He wasted no thought, no emotion, no movement, no time. Energy, Yamamoto explained, is not something you gain. It is something you stop losing. The laws working together. Tishi reflected on what he had learned. Remove unnecessary weight. Focus on one thing fully. Stop resisting reality. Live by rhythm, not motivation. Release outcomes. Protect inner stillness. Individually, each lesson helped. Together, they transformed him. There was no dramatic surge of power. Just steadiness. Why most people are always tired. Yamamoto gestured toward the distant village. People exhaust themselves, he said, by carrying what does not belong to them. Approval, expectation, regret, noise. They work harder to compensate and become more tired. Musashi did the opposite. He simplified until nothing leaked. Tishi's final test. Yamamoto stood. Strike, he said. No target. No instruction. Tishi raised the sword. His body moved without thought. The strike was calm, efficient, clean. No tension followed. No replay. Yamamoto nodded. You no longer waste energy. Fighting yourself. The return of natural strength. Tishi realized something important. Energy was never missing. It was buried under noise. When noise faded, strength surfaced. Musashi understood this before anyone else. That is why he endured. Why this works beyond the dojo. These laws are not about swords. They apply to life. When you remove what drains you, focus without distraction, accept what is, move by rhythm, act without attachment, guard stillness, your days stop draining you. Work becomes sustainable. Effort becomes clean. Fatigue becomes rare. The quiet power of efficiency. Efficiency is not rushing. It is absence of waste. Musashi never hurried. He moved precisely. That precision preserved energy. Long after others collapsed. The final truth. Yamamoto's voice softened. A man who wastes nothing can endure anything. Not because he is superhuman, but because he does not leak strength in unnecessary places. Tishi's departure. Tishi bowed deeply. He left the dojo without fanfare. No promise of glory. No hunger for recognition. Just clarity. And clarity, he now knew, was the greatest source of energy there was. Where this journey ends, this story ends with a simple truth. You are not tired because life demands too much. You are tired because you give energy to things that do not deserve it. Remove waste, and what remains is more than enough.